Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to show you how to make a waterfall from scratch. If you're interested in this video, keep on watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. The list of items needed for this project will be listed in the description box. Now I'm making a 3-tier watershed, so I'm going to cover all my basins and go ahead and mix up my cement. I am now mixing my cement with sand and I want to gain a rich consistency. I want it to be like flour type. I can roll it and make whatever shape I want to from it. You will see here. I honestly think that this consistency was not what I wanted, but I will get it better at my next mix. And yes, using gloves can be very uncomfortable, but I think it protects your hand, so in a while I'm gonna stop using it anyway. What I'm doing here is just making a ball or something like a ball, and I'm just stocking them on each other as closely as possible to get, that stone finish or that stone shape. At the base of each tier, you are going to spread the cement to create a flat surface so each basin can sit perfectly. After achieving the flat surface that I want, I'm doing a DIY project, so I'm not really using any specific tool. I'm just eyeballing this to see that everything is, okay. I'm just going ahead and fill out the spaces that I see that needs a little more cement, and I'm just going around and do that. I went ahead and created some feet for my bath, giving it a little height. And again, I'm just eyeballing this. So my little sister came in to help, and she's really trying, because as I said before, using those gloves is so hard to roll a ball using those gloves. So I would recommend using your hands and wash them immediately to avoid any damage to the skin. So she decided to take her gloves off. I know that some of you might comment and say this is bad or whatever, but it's her choice, and if she wants to help, I'm not gonna stop her from helping. However, I did make her wash her hands after she's done, and I didn't make her stay long in the cement because I know what that can do, okay? After finishing all 3 pieces, I did the top tier a little different, but I won't get into that. You'll see when I pull it apart, it's pretty easy. Yeah, I came back in the morning, wet them, and remove the original bath from the cage, and you'll see the true beauty of what was created. After removing everything, I'm going to go ahead and clean up on the inside and, spray it with some water again, and then apply some more cement to seal all those holes that I have inside. Also, you could use like a bancrete, if that's what it's called, a bancrete, to join the cement, but I just mix up some cement alone and I just use a paintbrush to apply it. After applying the cement, I want to go ahead and use a wet sponge or a damp sponge, and I'm just using it to smooth out any imperfections that is inside the bath. Now I'm going to make the stand on which the two top tiers will be placed, and I am simply cutting a 4-inch pipe from top to bottom, and I'm using it as a mold. The cuts are not even straight, but it doesn't matter, so don't watch that. Now I went ahead and I placed the 4-inch pipe into a container to avoid spillage when I pour my concrete in, and I used a cloth to tie it. You can use a wire if you wish, but I didn't have any. Now I place my water pipe in and I fill around the area with concrete and leave it for overnight to dry. Now that all my pieces are dried, I'm going to pull them apart and place in water overnight. I almost forget, so when you are placing the water pipe inside the 4-inch pipe, you need to use a paper to block the area to avoid cement from going in. I am now using my grinder to get rid of any imperfections on my pieces. You can use a sandpaper if you wish, but a grinder is much faster and easier. I also went ahead and make an insertion using my grinder on the bottom of the stand. This will serve as an area where the hose will be held for the pump. I then marked out an area where I want to cut each hose. I then went ahead and painted my pieces. Guys, it looks wonderful, but trust me, you want to get the correct paint for this because it's hella messy. And then you want to allow it to dry properly before you start doing anything to it. So yeah. Yes, so now I am just putting my pieces together and I'm using silicone. So what I did was to push the hose, that flexi hose, I push it through each of the pieces as you can see there, yeah. And I'm just putting it together. After putting that silicone on and putting your fountain together, you want to wait 24 hours before you actually turn your fountain on or even apply water to your fountain because you want everything to be dried and nice. So after 24 hours, I went ahead and I attached my water pump at the bottom there. And I pour my water in. I put a little food coloring in the water just to take pictures. And I put a few plants, you know. So that's how it's looking. And I like it because it's very relaxing to just sit outside and hear the water fountain run. And overall just create some mood, you know, for you to just maybe read a book in that space, just meditate in that space. And I really liked how this build turned out, and if you also like it, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video. Also, if you think that I could do something different in this video, feel free to leave the comments below.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.